So guys, this is the Ironman helmet.py, the Python script for the HUD, and yeah, it's about 200 lines of code, I think, yeah, 182, and it basically involves all the coding and all the programming, all the graphics programming of the HUD itself. So it is a Python script, although it has like some HTML. The HTML is in the form of a string, so it's not really part of this Python script. So yeah, and then this is all Python. So let me just show you how this works. First of all, this file is located in this folder called programming. This is all my Raspberry Pi programming stuff. So this is right over here, ironmanhelmet.py. I have some other libraries such as p5.min.js that's located over here. And yeah, if you see my YouTube channel, I pretty much use p5 for all of my games and graphic programs and stuff, okay? So yeah, so first I just import all the necessary modules in Python, and then I create a page variable called page, and this is basically the HTML web page, okay? So you can see it's in the form of a HTML web page, HTML heading, and then this is where I source the p5 library. And then in body, I have an image, which is going to be the video, so what the camera sees. And over here, this is the HUD, okay? And it has a really, really long image address, so I'm not going to go all the way there. And then I have a font, which is Ironman, so it's like a text that says Ironman, and time, okay? So it's just going to show some time. So yeah, and then in JavaScript, I basically get these elements by using document.getElementById, and then I just create an update function, really useless kind of, and this function basically just checks the time and returns it, and then this is all, yeah, basically all this is with time, okay? So basically the HUD is going to show the time as well, so that's really cool. Next, yeah, this is basically really simple Python HTTP server hosting. So how you host a server, you basically got a streaming output class, and then this is really complicated, so I won't really go through this. But maybe this part, I basically go through all the files, so index.html. So when I access it using my phone, which will be the, inside the VR helmet kind of, the phone needs to like get access to these files, so I have to send a 200 response, which means like successful. And yeah, so index.html, that is this over here, and then p5.min.js, the library, in the form of JavaScript, obviously, and yeah, and then there's a stream.motion JPEG, okay? That's the video, that's the camera itself. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if this works. And then resolution, not really big resolution, frame rate 30. I could increase this, but let's just see what happens, okay? And the port is going to be 8000, so I have to, so I'm going to run this on my computer, and I'm going to check if this works. And so I have to see what the IP address of the Raspberry Pi is. Ifconfig. So we know that the port number is 8000. You can obviously change that, so. Yeah, over here, 192.168.8.107, okay? So, yeah, first let's just go ahead and run this program, see if there are no errors. Yep, perfect. So, next, let's go to my web browser, and let's do 192.168.8.107, port 8000, enter. Yeah, there you go. Hey guys, so you can see the HUD is over here. That's the time. It needs to be centered in this box. So yeah, so there's still a lot of graphic elements to adjust. And then it says Ironman over here. That can be a lot better. And this radar over here, I'm actually gonna make that work. Maybe I'll put like an ultrasonic sensor on the helmet, and then make like dots appear. So yeah, that's just an idea. So hopefully that will work. So yeah, this HUD works. I can also move this camera so you can see. Yeah, the camera is seeing the camera, alright? You see that? And then that's my Raspberry Pi. Go Raspberry Pi. Oh, over here. Yeah, there you go. So guys, yeah, so that was the helmet. Let me throw my glasses. So that was the helmet. You can see it from all directions. I also added these really cool circles over here. And just one information, so this flap over here, it's basically so I can put my head in, okay? Because I can't really fit it in inside that tiny hole you can see over there. So like that hole is enough for my neck, but I basically have to expand the helmet sort of to put my whole head in. And yeah, on a few designs, I basically have to expand the front a bit so I can give a bit more room for this guy, the VR headset, okay? And it looks really wide, but it's actually not. It's actually almost less than half of this, because half of it is this ear space over here, like, sorry, not ear space, like next to your eye, this part over here, so, yeah. And then up over here, this hole, I'm basically gonna add the Raspberry Pi and like the brain, so there might be like a box, like a small box over here, but that'll be fine. And yeah, apart from that, it's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. The way these flaps, these holes work over here is you basically put one of these flaps inside, so when you wear it, it sort of locks it over there. Okay? You see it's locked. But when I have to take it off, I basically pull it and then it's off. Okay? That's how that works. Okay, so guys, here is the Ironman helmet so far. This is the back that I showed you guys already, and you know, it opens up like a flap, and then you'll fast forward this part. And then I just made the front, okay? So I basically made it so I can put my phone inside the helmet, and here's how I do it. So you see this rectangular thing right over here? Yeah, that's basically like a stopper for this flap at the top, okay? So this can actually open, and when this opens, you'll obviously see the inside. And notice how the VR headset, now it can move back and front, okay? So it's sort of hanging like that, and basically when I put my head inside, my head will push it front like so, okay? And yeah, in this way I can also put my phone in. So I basically have to open this, tilt it a bit, and then just put my phone in over here, just like that. And then I basically close this, and also the top, close that, and then it's done. Then I can wear the Ironman helmet, and obviously when I code or like when I run it on my phone, then I will be able to see the camera, okay? But then now I basically have to put the Raspberry Pi over here, like I said, the brain, okay, in this box over here, and then the camera is going to be somewhere here. And later, obviously, we will also make this whole, we have like two motors on this side, on the other side, so the top can go back and front, okay? So yeah, that's that. A lot of things to do. Let's get started. So guys, now that the server is run, I go to this app that I showed you before and type in the IP address and the port. 1000. And then, yeah, it's over here. You can see, pretty cool. And yeah, so that's what the camera is seeing over here. And I basically have to put this phone in over there using the method I showed you guys earlier. But first I have to take my cover out. So, there we go. And yeah, let's try this. So is this the correct way? Yeah. So I just remove this, put this in, and then close this. Yep. So let's check if this works. Hello, Jarvis. How are you today? So it looks like the speech recognition works. Perfect.
Hello world.
Hello, Jarvis in the Raspberry Pi. Hello, world. So I got this to work on the phone. The server's running and it's perfect. The Coco SSD model is loaded. So now I have to put this inside the helmet and then wear the helmet. Switch on eyes. Switch off eyes. Shoot ultrasonic waves.
Shooting ultrasonic waves. The distance to the object behind you is 123 centimeters.
Open missile launcher. Bring the missile launcher down.